Here we are on a beautiful sunny day. First sunny day we've had in quite a while. So let me show you these seedlings that have, or seeds that have germinated. They are reaching toward the light source, which in this case was the front window in the living room. You know, the room was dark with the exception of that light source and whatever lamps. But they're reaching for it. They're all pointing in that direction. But that's okay, because we're going under the grow light system that I have now, and they will all straighten up nicely. And as I told you in the other video, and if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's the previous video to this one, I think. It's seed starting using the bulk method, and I show you how to do the seeds here, and then we will put them under the light source and let them really start growing. I already have two under the setup. The third one I just showed you in my hand. I will put it in here also, and then I'm gonna punch holes in the bottom of these and put some water in here and let them water from below. Let them wick the water. I put this one in here yesterday, I guess it was, and they've already started straightening up quite a bit, reaching for the light, and these will do the same, as will these. Not going to be able to put these in here with one hand. I've got to move these lights over, so let me do that and I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, here they are, and I'll back off and show you the grow light setup in just a second, but here they are. I've punched holes in them, in the bottoms of them. I will fill this tub, and that's what this is, just a fiberglass tub you've seen me use before, with water. This one doesn't have any holes in it. This is a solid tub, and I'll fill it. I'll say I fill it with water. I'll put about an inch or so of water in it and let these wick from underneath. Just a whole lot easier way to water them. You know that they're staying moist, and these lights, I assume, can dry them out. What I wanted to say was, originally when I sowed these seeds, when I started these seeds, I put a lot of water in them, as you can see in the video, and you need to watch the video, and put the saran wrap on top after I planted the seeds and covered them up with some potting soil. And they didn't, they're still real moist. They haven't dried out. The saran wrap kept them real moist. I noticed, all the time just about, because the house was warm, there was a layer of condensation on top, and obviously it just dripped down and kept them real nice. So I didn't have to water them at all, even though I had that spray bottle in the house. I did not have to use it. So I've still got the peppers in there. Peppers are real slow to germinate, and this year has been no exception. It may be a week before they come up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these started. Now, to answer some questions, I will put these grow lights, and I've got these in this neat little shelving unit. My wife got me. Somebody actually came in her place and sold it to her, and I can move these around. Trying to get where the light is not going back and forth on the exposure on this thing, but I can move it around. I've got some hog rings up here. These particular lights, maybe I can get a shot without getting too bright. These particular lights come from Lowe's. It's just the cheapest light fixture Lowe's has. I believe that is called a T8 bulb. It's a real small one. It's not like those up there. That is, excuse me, I think these are T5s. That, I believe, is a T8 or a T12 or something. That's the big, probably inch and a quarter diameter light. This one is probably maybe 1 inch in diameter. So it's a smaller light bulb. And these particular lights that Lowe's carried at the time, I assume they still do, was called Sunlight. So I got them for that reason. They are made to mimic sunlight. Anyway, I will put these on a timer, probably 16 hours a day. You don't want to be constant. You want to get a little rest, but about 16, 18 hours a day. These lights will be on, and when the other come up, I will put it in this tray. Got this ready. Got my grow lights in there. Maybe a little easier for you to see, simply because they're not on and kind of messing up the exposure. But basically the same thing. And these lights also come with these chains, and with a little eye bolt, eye hook for going into, like is up there, if you can see that, going into a wooden, going into a board or something like that, a little screw, eye screw, I guess you call it. And these come with that. Obviously didn't use them. The eye screw would hook here and you hang it from that, but I'm using these hog rings on this, and I can move this back and forth. And as the plants get taller and start coming out of this, then I will start with using the hog ring. We'll start raising these lights up. Okay, start raising them up. I'm not going to do that right now because they're still small, and I like to even get them closer than this. You want to have your lights as close to the plants as you can get them without touching the plant. These are as close to the tub as I can get them. Okay, so I'm on the tub. But get your lights as close as you can to the plants. And I've just got these two lights spread out to where they cover pretty much the majority of these plants. Thought you want to see the grow light set up. I probably won't do another one when I put the other plants in this one, the peppers. But anyway, that's the red cherry tomato. I highly recommend that. Good tomato. Tomato verde. It's a tomatillo. First time I've ever grown any tomatillos. Can't tell you much about that. The celebrity, which is a real favorite, southern favorite anyway, down here, and I think all over the U.S. But it's just a real consistent 8-ounce for shipping. I mean, it's a commercial, but just a real consistent tomato for commercial purposes, and sells real good in farmers markets, and the plants down here sell real good, as I said in the other video. So I'm gonna turn it off now, but you get the idea. Just a simple grow light setup. Give you a shot of the side here, and I've just got these fiberglass tubs. Don't ask where I got these, because I can't get them anymore, and it's just use something, whatever you can get. And you don't have to, obviously, don't have to put them in anything like this. I'm going to do it because I want to water from underneath. I want these to hold the water. I'll put, an inch or so of water in it, and I want these to hold the water so these can wick from underneath. But you certainly don't have to. You can get a spray bottle, spray yours from above. I did that last year on some of them. Spray them from above to keep them wet or moist, and keep your soil moist. And forget about it. You can just put them on here on this wire rack. It does not have to be in something like this. Just want to make that clear. Hopefully I did. This is the grow light setup. Very simple. These cost about $8 or $9, I think. Under 10 probably. I think. And then the lights are, they kind of get you on the lights, because the lights cost as much as the light fixture. But these are real simple and work real well. And this is the first time I've used this particular rack. I didn't have it last year. I made a little A-frame and showed you that last year on another video. If you want to search that, I think it's called My Grow Light Setup. But this year, making it a little bit more convenient with this rack, and I can use it, and I can raise it as needed, and I can hang them here. And when I'm done, I can just take these out and store those elsewhere, and then I've got my shelf back for other purposes. Here it is. This is the grow light setup, and they're doing well, and I'm gone.